Hey everybody, and welcome back to K Tutoring. Hope everybody is well. This is a GCSE question and it's simplifying surds. Okay, let's begin. Right, so a surd is basically a square root of a number which doesn't give you a whole number. Okay, so a square root of a number which doesn't give you a whole number, that's a surd. So let me show you what not surds are, which are not surds. So if you square root of 4, you get 2. Because 2 times 2 is 4. This is not a surd, okay? When you square root 9, you get 3. 3 times 3 is 9. You get a whole number, okay? These are not surds. You get an answer, a whole number. When you square root 16, you get 4. 4 times 4 is 16. Not a surd. When you square root 25, you get 5 times 5. Not a surd, okay? And when you square root 36, you get 6. 6 times 6 is 36. You can carry on, yeah. Square root of 49 is 7. 7 times 7 is 49. So you carry on. They give you whole numbers. These are not surds. Okay? Now, I'll show you what a surd is. Now, we'll do an example. So let's do example square root of 8. Okay? Now, that's definitely a surd. Because when you square root that, you won't get a whole number. You ain't got two numbers the same, which is going to make 8. 1 times 1 is 1. 2 times 2 is 4. 3 times 3 is 9. 4 times 4 is 16. No. That's definitely a surd. You will not get a whole number. Okay? So what do we do? What we can do with this is simplify. We can simplify this. Two numbers multiplied together to make 8. 4 times 2. Square root of 4 times square root of 2 will make 8. Okay, but how do we simplify? We can continue simplifying this because that we can square root 4 makes 2. So we can square root that. So we start off with a surd with two numbers multiplied together to make that. And one of these is not a surd, okay, because 2 times 2 is 4. Multiply that by 2. That's definitely a surd. You can't do nothing with that, okay? And if you carry on simplifying that, you'll get that, okay? So 2 square root 2, okay? That is simplified. So when you simplify square root of 8, you get 2 square root 2. Let's do another example. Let's do square root of 18, okay? Again, two numbers multiplied together to make 18. It's definitely a surd. It's definitely a surd. You can't square root 18. Won't give you one whole number. So we can do 9 times 2. Okay, so when we simplify, they get two numbers to make 18, 9 times 2. And hopefully one of these you can square root. That one we can. Because square root of 9 is 3. 3 times 3 is 9. That you can't do anything with. Can't nothing with the 2. Yeah. And just carry on simplifying and you get that as your answer. Okay, so square root of 18 is 3 square root 2. Let's do another example. Let's do square root of 75. Okay, so that's definitely a surd. There's no two numbers the same, that makes 75. So 25 times by 3. Square root of 25 times by square root of 3. Okay, which if you square root 25, you will get a whole number, which is a 5. Times by, and you can't square root 3 to get a whole number. Okay, and your answer is, if you continue there, so you just 5 times square root 3, you can write like that, yeah, 5 times 3. That's your answer. So you've simplified square root of 75 to 5 square root 3. Okay, so if we use that, definitely a surd. No two numbers the same will make 8, right? But we can make two different numbers to make 8. Square root of 4, square root of 2, and hopefully and luckily that square root of 4 you can square root to 2. Okay, so that square root of 4 is 2. You can't do that. 2 times 2, which is written as that, same as that. Second one's the same, square root of 18, two numbers to make 18, 9 times 2, square root each. Square root of 9 is 3, so you can square root that one, you can't do that one. And that's your answer. And the last one, square root of 75, as you can see there, is two numbers, 25 times 3. That you can square root, that you can't. There's your answer. So you simplify from there to there. Okay? Let's do a couple more examples. Let's do square root of 50. Two numbers to make 50. So we can do 25 times 2. Okay? 25 times 2 to make 50. Okay? So two numbers again to make 50. 25 times 2. We can square root that. That makes 5, because 5 times 5 is 25. And that we can't do anything with. Continue writing that, and it's the same as this. So that is the same as that. Okay? So we've simplified square root of 50 to 5 square root 2. Let's do another example. Let's do 527. 5 square root 27. Okay, so that's the same as this. 5 times 27. Okay, remember? 5 times square root is the same as that. So 5 times 27, 5 times square root 27 is the same as 5 times square root. Okay, this is the same thing. So if we carry on writing this, two numbers to make 27. Okay, two numbers to make 27. So 9 times 3. Hope that's okay so far. Okay, so that is the same as that. Then write the 5 down. That we can simplify by 9 times 3. Okay, 9 times 3 makes 27. Okay, that's definitely a third. Two numbers which are different will make that 9 times 3. If you continue simplifying, that we can simplify. So square root of 9 is 3, because 3 times 3 is 9. That we can't. That we can't nothing with. If you carry on, we are going to have 5 times 3. So see, they're like terms. Can you see? These two are like terms. Let me just highlight that with my blue pen. They're like terms, okay? So 5 times 3 is 15. And what we've got left, that times that, okay? Which we can write just like that, okay? That's your answer for this. Okay, I hope that wasn't too fast for this example. So we had that, which is the same as that. We simplified this to 9 times 3. We carried on, and that square root became 3. That stays where it is. You can't nothing with that one. And then put the like terms together. 15 times that. 15 times that. Which is the same thing. Okay. Let's do another one. Let's go back up the page a bit. So 7/20. Okay. 7 times square root of 20, which can be written like that. Okay. So 7 times something, two numbers multiplied together to make 20, which is 4 times 5, okay? Square root of 4 times square root of 5, which makes square root of 20. Right, if we can simplify this 7 times, can we square root that? We can, and we get 2. Can we square root that? No, that stays where it is, okay? You can't square root that, it's a third. That's not a third, okay? So now, put the like terms together, which we know is 7 times 2. And we get 14 square root of 5. Okay, 14 square root of 5. And that is your answer. Okay, which is simplifying 7/20. And you've got 14 square root of 5. Okay, so slightly different examples for this time. That one, square root of 50, two numbers to make 50. Can either of these square root? Yes, one of them does. Continue on. This one, 5 times square root of 27, a bit different. Written the same as that. 5 times square root of 27. So when you simplify this, can this two numbers make 27, which we know they can, and then continue. Square root of 9 you can do, that you can't, and you finish off with that. Put the like terms together. Same with the last example, which is there, okay? 7/20. Push it this way slightly. 7/20. 7 times 20 square root. Then you've got 7 times two numbers to make 20, okay? And this square roots, this doesn't. And then finish it off, simplify it. So like terms together, which is 14 times that. So times is there, you have to write the times, put that there. So I'll simplify from there to there, okay? Excellent, excellent. Now, the second part of this video and the final part of this video is expanding and simplifying surds. expanding and simplifying. It's like factorization, one of my previous videos, okay? Factorization. So, we have an example here. So there's 2 brackets there. If you've seen my videos on factorization, you'll know how to do this. So, factorization, this. Let's factorize surds. We're factorizing surds. Let me write this down. Factorizing. Not factorizing surds, sorry, we're expanding and simplifying surds. We're expanding and simplifying surds. They're already factorized, they're in the brackets. So we're expanding. Let me just change this to expanding and simplifying, okay? Expanding and simplifying, okay? Right, so how do we do this? Do you remember? You get the first bracket, the first digit or letter, and then you multiply by the second, okay? The first and second bracket. So 2 times 2, which is going to be 4. And then we do the same 2, multiply that by square root of 3, which is going to be, remember it's a negative here, there's a negative there. So it's going to be 2 square root of 3. Remember? Times the number by square root, you just write out 2 square root 3. And there's a negative there. Okay? Now, we do the second one. We do square root 3 times 2. Square root 3 times 2 is a positive. It's a positive there. So 2 square root of 3. Okay? So 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times square root of 3 is 2 square root of 3, but it's a negative. Plus 2 square root of 3 is 2 times that. And the last part is the square root of 3 multiplied that by the minus square root of 3. So this multiplied by this. Okay? So when you multiply 2 terms which are the same, so 2 square roots the same, you multiply, yeah, you just get the number inside. Now as it's a minus there, it'll be minus 3. Okay? So when you multiply a square root with a square root, okay, you get just the number inside. And look at the signs, plus or negative. Okay? Now, let's carry on simplifying this. So we expanded it, now we simplify it. Put the like terms together, okay, which is 4, take away 3, which is 1, okay, which is 1. And we've got minus 2. I'll put a box around this to make it easy to see. Minus 2 square root of 3 plus 2 square root of 3. So you have a minus and a plus the same numbers, like minus 2 plus 2 equals to 0. So if you have minus 6 plus 6 is 0, minus 4 plus 4 is 0. So minus 2 square root of 3 plus 2 square root of 3, it equals 0. So nothing there. So all you have is 4 take away 3, which is 1. That is your answer. Okay? Let's do another example. And this one, again, expand and simplify it. So we're going to do 3 times 3, okay, which is 9. And then we're going to do 3 again, multiply that by square root of 5. So remember, they're all positives anyway, so plus 3 times that will become that. Okay? Now, we're going to multiply this by both of these. So that times that. So that times that, they're all positives. Okay? And then that multiplied that by the end. There's a lot of lines there. Okay? So it's all positives. Square root of 5 times square root of 5. Remember? The same, if you times, it's just going to be 5 whatever's inside. Okay, so all I've done is the first number 3 times 3, which is 9, and 3 times plus that. So 3 times that would be 3 square root of 5 plus. Then that times that, which is all pluses, plus 3 square root of 5, and then that times that, which is 2 square roots. The same when you multiply, you just get the number inside. Okay? Right, like terms together again. We're going to have 9 plus 5, which is 14. And you can't see that. There you go. It's 14. And then we're going to have whatever's in the middle. So let's do a box or whatever's left. Plus 3 square root of 5 plus 3 square root of 5. So 3 plus 3 is 6. Okay? Plus 6 square root of 5. Okay? That is your answer. Okay? That is your answer. So you got 9 plus 6 square root of 5. Okay? 6 square root of 5. You're not timesing these, okay? You're not timesing, you're adding them. It's like an x. 3x plus 3x. It's like that. So 3x plus 3x equals to 6x. Or 3y plus 3y equals to 6y. They're plus positives anyway, okay? Okay, so this is slightly complicated, yeah? Bit tricky, but, you know, as long as you know how to expand and simplify this, as long as you know how to expand and simplify, you should be okay. So I'm multiplying these out, but it's just a matter of, you know, when you times a number with a square root, you just put it together. Okay, but when you multiply two square roots, you just get, so square root 3 times square root 3, you just get the 3 inside. But look at the operation, what it is. Obviously the negative obviously overpowers the positive. Okay, same with this one, as you can see just about there. So again, 3 times 3 is 9. We expanded this, okay? Expanded and simplified. So expanded it there, we opened it up, and then we got simplify there. Okay, remember when you multiply 2 square roots, you just get a number. And remember another thing is when you have 2 numbers, when you plus a number, this is this example here, when you minus and plus the same number, it becomes 0. So minus 6 plus 6, or minus 10 plus 10, or plus, yeah, it becomes 0. So minus the same numbers and plus the same number becomes 0. Okay, and that is it. So that's expand and simplify surds. 2 examples there. We simplify some surds examples, okay, earlier on. Do you remember? Some examples there, we did some simplifying. And that is it for today's lesson. I hope this lesson wasn't too complicated. We started off learning what surds are, you know, numbers, square root of a number, which doesn't give you a whole number. And then we started simplifying the surds, and then we expanded simplifying. Okay, hope you enjoyed this video, and keep practicing. Go through the video, and I'll pause, stop it, and then restart it again. See my steps, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you very much. Bye bye.